So, hello guys, welcome or welcome back to the KP show. We are here to review day two of the third test between India and Australia of the Border Gavaskar Trophy 2024. So, news from the Gabba is Australia have batted very well today and are at 405 runs for 7 wickets. Jasprit Bumrah from India have picked up a fifer yet again. We only believe in Jassi bhai. Other bowlers have looked very ordinary. They've looked good in patches, but overall it's been an ordinary effort. So to break down whatever happened throughout the day, Pratik, let's start with your thoughts on the first session.
I think first session was good. Seeing that we only considered some 70 runs and got 3 wickets. The top three were gone, and we started really well the day, and we were bowling in the right areas, and we managed to nick off Usman Khwaja, McSweeney, and Labuschagne in a very quick succession, and then Smith came in, and as we predicted, that Smith is going to enjoy this wicket a lot because he has good history at Gabba, and that's what happened. Smith
Yeah,
stayed in, settled his nerves, and bailed out his team from a difficult position. And he was joined by Travis Head shortly. Uh, then we all know what happened when Travis Head started
yeah,
going berserk. Especially he was like 35 of 60 or something. Then he reached 50 in 71 or something. Then 100 of 115. And then he ended up at 152 of 154. So that's how quickly the game changes. Like in the last last 80 balls, he scored about 120 runs. How quickly that changes the game. And then to end the day, India again came back into the game somehow. But the way Carey Cummins batted for the last half an hour, it again took the momentum away because they were like 320 something when Head got out, 327 I see. And then Carey and Pat Cummins put up a good partnership against the
yeah.
second new ball.
Yeah, let's try to break it down session by session. So in the first session, as you mentioned, India was very good. I mean, with the new ball, we were already 13 overs done, but let's consider it as a fresh day. Bumrah started out really well. He targeted the body and he bowled very close to the body. He made Khwaja play, even for McSweeney also. He made him play like just right outside the off stump. So he created that illusion where he set them up and then he got them out. So that was very well done. Also, great catch by Kohli of McSweeney. And yeah, just to mention, Rishabh Pant today completed 150 dismissals behind the stumps, becoming only the third Indian wicketkeeper to do so, behind MS Dhoni and Syed Kirmani. So yeah, moving on. That session was very good. After that, we bowled decently. I mean, Akashdeep was also good. Siraj was also good in patches. We did, we did trouble the batters, but we could not make them play. That's what was missing. It was like they were trying to play the ball, but it just went over, or the lines were not right. That kind of stuff. But overall, it was decent. But yeah, towards the end of first session, and like Nitish Reddy got rid of Marnus. That was a lapse in concentration from Marnus. Perhaps the mind games that Siraj played with the switcheroo of the bails and everything, I think that worked out in our favor, which led to Marnus's dismissal. I think in the very next over. But yeah, towards the end of first session, we talked about Travis Head and Steve Smith just going berserk. Uh, when Travis Head came on very early in his innings, you talked about this point in our pink ball test review that Rohit Sharma missed a trick by not giving Bumrah that extra over in the previous game. So what he did is Rohit did correct his mistake here, but what I felt is there was no plan. So Bumrah just came on. He was bowling from over the wicket. He was just bowling straight lines into the body, and like it was very easy for Travis Head to just negotiate Bumrah. I felt that was a very brain-fed movement from a captaincy perspective. Yes, you are doing the right thing by bringing Bumrah, but You do have to have a plan. You cannot just bring Bumrah and let him bowl. You are wasting his energy by bowling him without any plans, and it's pointless, right? And
Yeah,
that was the only time where you could have gotten a Travis Head out, because once that was passed, you were what, 43 overs done after the first session. You had only 5 overs, that too because it's a break, and after the break, Travis Head comes on to bat. So you can have a lapse in concentration, and there you can get the wicket. Otherwise, the ball was old, 43 overs old. You were not going to get him out anyways. And the softer ball, we talked about this. It's very easy to uh, hit the soft Kookaburra ball, especially when there's not too much on the surface, which was the case today.
yeah, that is true. And I think Travis had, if you see his wagon wheel today, Travis had scored about 50, more than 50% runs from third man to cover point. So that is a lot, like almost 75, 76 runs to be exact. So that is a lot of runs given in the context of the game, and also how quickly he scores them. So at least three boundaries went off on the deep third man when there was no deep third man. Siraj was bowling really nicely. Lines were good. Didn't give him much width. He got him troubled, but he just rammed him. He rammed him twice. Both times it went for four, and there was no one at the deep third. Then I think there was a half chance or a chance you can say when he had crossed 100 by then. I think he was batting on 113 or something. Then Rohit dropped him off a leading edge of Nitish Reddy. Then another chance when he was at 80, 84. He slashed one very hard, cut short, which was kind of a 50-50 chance for Virat, but Virat couldn't see it as well on cover point, catching cover point. So that is what. So Travis had, if you give him chances and if you don't have a plan for him, which is obviously the case with Rohit, because I don't think they have any plan for him in the past 1.5 years. From that day at the Oval, back in June 2023, when he played some 160, he hit 163 against us in uh, WTC final. And from that day onwards, we don't have a plan how to dismiss this guy. Once we just wait for him to make a mistake. Even today, if you see his dismissal, it was a mistake
He made
only
that.
from his side. He made a
Yeah.
mistake. He could have left that ball alone. He went for a half-hearted drive and it got the edge. Again, if you see his dismissal, only time we got him dismissed properly was at Perth. Yeah, that too in the
In
first
the first
innings.
inning.
And he was trying a lot of things, and the ball was moving a lot. He was trying a lot of things, and he just he got we got him out. Harshit Rana bowled him. So that's what.
That was a
So I
fantastic
don't
ball.
see. Yeah, I don't think we have any kind of plan for him currently. Travis said, how do we get him out? We don't have a plan, and this is going to get worse because Melbourne and Sydney are better batting wickets than these. At least Sydney is a batting paradise. If somehow Australia gets to bat first there, then it's, and if the game is on for 5 days, mostly India is going to lose in Sydney because that is a batting paradise. And the way we are bowling, especially to someone like a Head, we don't have a plan. And if he bats for 2 sessions, every time he scores 100. That is a lot for him. He catched up today brilliantly. I thought he was like being slow today, 35 of 60 during the lunch break or just after the lunch break when the game resumed. And in a flash, he was on 100.
Yeah, I
That's how
mean,
quickly he changes the gears.
yes, and definitely that is definitely credit to Travis Head. But again, that's the point that we have also been trying to make, that it is very easy to take down the bowlers with the old Kookaburra ball. So just to put that in perspective, I have the innings progression chart for Australia with the first ball that we had. So overs number 1 to 20, it was 42 for 2, run rate 2.1. Overs 21 to 40, 56 runs, 1 wicket. Overs number 41 to 60, no wickets, 72 runs. This was the initial part of the partnership between Travis Head and Steve Smith. Overs number 61 to 80, this is the second session. This is actually where the game changed. 20 overs, they got 127 runs for no wickets. Run rate of 6.35. So you can see how
Yeah,
the
the
run rate has
200 to
improved.
300, the 200 to 300 was very quick. It was in 97 balls. Then 300 to
Exactly.
400 they made in 118. So the last
Yes.
200 runs they made very quickly in roughly
Yes. But
uh,
hmm,
at run a ball almost.
but the last the 200 runs that we were talking about, this runs between 200 to 300, that was very fast, but no wickets were down, right? This was with the old Kookaburra ball from over number 60 to 80. But
Hmm.
after the new ball was introduced, they did score runs at a very quick pace in the last 20 overs as well. They scored out above 5 and over, but they lost 4 wickets in that phase. They lost Steve Smith, they lost Travis Head, they lost Mitch Marsh, and then they lost Pat Cummins as well. So that shows you that the new Kookaburra ball has to be maximized to, put down the opposition. I think that's what Australia has been doing very brilliantly. Basically, to win a test match in Australia, you need to make good use of the new Kookaburra. When Head was just new to the crease, you could have maybe like Bumrah could have come over, round the wicket and tried to get him out of that off stump, or you could have even tried to bowl short to him. Look, a short ball coming in from a Akashdeep or a Siraj is less threatening than a short ball coming in from Bumrah, right? This is something that we could have tried on early on in the innings. I think we missed a trick there.
No, I mean, even if the short ball is coming, then also you have to make a use of it, right? Because if the
Mm.
field is not set correctly, bowling
Yeah,
short balls won't help either. So I think that was a misplanning from India, and it has
yeah,
been every time when Travis Head comes out to bat. We just wait
yeah,
that something he runs out of luck, he does some mistake and he gets out early. If he stays for 30-35 runs, we don't have a clue how to bowl to him or how to get him out. He was easily picking gaps today. Once he
yeah,
crossed his 50, he was hitting the ball at his will. Even David Warner on air said, this is a very defensive field for Travis Head, and he can bat however he likes. And it did actually over from Jadeja, if you see, after reaching his 100. Jadeja was bowling. And then what happened is they kept on moving the fielders on the offside and he hit him three boundaries back to back on other side, I mean each side of the fielders from cover to extra cover. So sorry, from backward point to extra cover. He
yeah.
hit
He
them.
was just
He hit
toying
them
with
for
it.
three fours. He was toying with the field. That's
Yeah,
how we don't have a clue. That is the problem. I believe.
yeah. And it's like it's astonishing to see that a one batsman has been hitting you for so many runs, but you don't have a plan against him. And li- uh, he it's not like he look, there is Steve Smith. We've had phases with this, like Steve Smith. There was a Steve Smith, there was a Joe Root, then there was a Kane Williamson. These guys used to trouble us a lot. We were never able to get them out. Majorly Steve Smith, right? But the problem is Steve Smith used to hit everybody. He was that quality player. But with Travis Head is only destroying India. Other teams are not facing this much of a problem from him. Yes, he is scoring runs against them as well, but not this way. So, I mean, it's quite astonishing that India doesn't have a plan against him. And yeah, one
Yeah.
more point. In the last 11 tests that Australia has faced India in their home, okay, this is the first time they managed to post like a 400 plus total. The last time they did it was back in 2015 at the Sydney Cricket Ground. So
Yeah. Yeah. India has
bad times are
that is
back
the
in
case.
India.
That is the case, right? We are not batting well. Now
Hmm.
we bowled really well in the last two series if you see in 2018 as well as in 2021 series that BGT. But now the bowling is also not clicking because mostly due to the lack of experience what I see. Also another stat that I found out today was Mohammad Siraj from the start of 2023 has bowled the most overs for India in international cricket. He has bowled some 587 overs or something close to 600, some number. While the second on the list is Jasprit Bumrah at 470. And then it is Shami at 247 and then the rest. So that That's how he has been loaded,
Hmm.
Mohammad Siraj. So I don't think means there is a lot of load on him, I believe, and that is being seen in his bowling. If you see, he's not very sharp. He's not looking very sharp with the new ball as well. At times, he's very flat, and then and that is affecting the chances. Akashdeep today was brilliant, and he bowled in the
Not
right
brilliant.
lengths.
He was good. He was good in patches, I
No,
would say. No,
no.
he was
Why?
not
Why
good.
I'm saying, because something that just came up was he draw the maximum false shot percentage in the first session. If you see, in the second
That's
new
what I
ball
said.
they
Yeah,
bashed him with when the second
that's
new
the
ball they
point.
bashed him.
That's the point. In the first session, all of the bowlers that India had were very good, except the last part when Travis had just come onto the crease. India was so good in that first session. It's the second session where everything changed. But yeah, of course, second session was with the softer ball, so I mean you couldn't expect much. Anyways, so enough about that Travis headache. Let's move on to Steve Smith. Man, the Steve Smith era is back. I feel that way because
Well,
Smith was fidgety, very fidgety early on in his innings, but he fought. He showed why he's a quality player. He showed why he's a legend of this game, right? Why he is regarded so highly in Test match cricket, Fab Four and everything. He showed that class. He fought. He fought early on. I would say he fought. He made sure that he doesn't leave the crease. He stood there. Once he got set, once the ball was old, Travis Head was going all guns blazing on the other end. Steve Smith was Steve Smith. And I could also see his old technique returning, that back and across movement and everything. Man, I'm
no,
really worried
the
about what he's going
problem
to
with
do.
Steve Smith was problem with Steve Smith was that he tried to play too straight. If you see his dismissals in Adelaide as well as in Perth, he was trying to play it down the ground. Those though that LBWs and then the caught behind against Bumrah down the leg side. And first innings was the LBW. Second innings I don't remember what happened at Perth. So that's what. But today he was flicking. He was playing with that inverted bat and he flicked
OG,
them easily, which is his jailbreak shot. He always goes for that. So the
OG
best
Steve.
part, yeah. So that is the
And there was
thing.
one in the first session. There was one very close call of that LBW as well, off of Akashdeep bowling, I believe. It was just it was an umpire's call on the stumps hitting. He did not offer a shot. Again, this umpire's call always goes against India. I mean, I don't know what to say,
Well,
but yeah,
then this is the best thing, that's what planning does. Now let me recall one more incident. When India landed in Australia in 2020-2021, we were saying why we are doing so much of negative bowling to Marnus and Smith. So what we did perfectly in the last three test matches after that Adelaide debacle is that we took the leg side out of their game because that was their main scoring point charts. And we kept on and we didn't bowl much on the offside. If you remember spells from the Deep Saini and Mohammad Siraj, we didn't bowl much on the offside so that they can't play with the cut and drives. But we bowled mostly on the middle and legs, and we placed two or three fielders on the square.
yes,
That
we
was
packed
the
the leg.
strategy. That was the strategy. And we packed the leg side, so there were no easy boundary shots. They can't play the cut
No easy
shot.
singles either.
Slowed down their game, right? And it frustrates them, and especially batsmen like Marnus and Smith, if they can't move on with the game. So that frustrated them and it resulted in our success. But now, if you see, we don't have a plan. We don't have a clear plan for anyone. Even Ashwin got him out on the leg slip. If you remember the game at MCG, the Boxing Day test, the first test match, Ashwin got him out at MCG. That too on leg slip, Pujara got the catch. Then
FSL, I think. It was
another
FSL, forward shot leg. Oh no,
yeah.
forward shot leg was Sundar in Gabba at the Gabba test.
Then in the second innings, Bumrah bowled him. That was also the ball trimmed the leg stump bail. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
trying to play a flick, and the ball just clicked the leg stump, and the bail fell down. Steve Smith, because we packed the leg side field, we had a clear strategy for both Marnus and Smith. That's what Ravi Shastri said. That we planned the entire IPL. Me, Bharat Arun, We planned the entire IPL how we are going to win this BGT. That was their plan, and they came up with a successful plan. But
Yeah.
now, when you see the bowling, we look absolutely clueless of what we are trying to do. How are we going to get Steve Smith out? With the new ball, it's fine because the ball will move, the bounce is there, so there is always some help from the surface, and we have good bowlers. So there will be chances created. The batsman is vulnerable, and also Max Winnie is very new. Usman Khwaja, Usman
It's
Khwaja and
fine.
Marnus. Marnus is not in form. He showed some glimpses in the pink ball test, but again, so that's the thing. We are making good use of the new ball. But once the ball shine is gone after 25, 30 overs or 35 overs, we don't have a clue how are we going to bowl. We are just giving it to Jasprit Bumrah and expecting something to happen. And
Yeah, that
why
has been
are
the
we
problem.
not playing a fourth seamer is my question. Your batting is anyways not doing much. If the seven batters can't do, I don't think the eight can do much. If the seven batters are not able to score runs on a wicket against a quality bowling attack, I don't see the number eight coming and scoring 100. That is not going to happen. That
I
too in
think that
Australia.
I think
See, Virat
they're
Kohli and
not
Ravi
expecting 100.
Shastri.
What I would say what they are expecting. I'm not justifying Jadeja's inclusion in this test match. Look, I would say you at least have four bowlers. Okay, maybe four seamers or three seamers, one spinner, but four bowlers. Here in this test match, we have only three bowlers because Jadeja, unless there is help from the surface, he will not come good. We everybody knows this. Even if you
Yes,
ask Jadeja, he will also agree to this.
yeah,
That's the point,
that
right?
is the
So
point.
basically,
And
we have packed batting till 8. That's the problem.
we don't require it. We don't need it because if the top five only fails, at best they can score is another 60, 70 runs. That is the max. If the first five only will
But
fall under 100 runs, what are you going to do? See, the thing with Virat Kohli era was why we credit him a lot because he had a clear plan from the day one when he became the full-time test captain that we will have five bowlers, proper bowlers, and I need the 20 wickets to win the test match. That famous interview of Ravi Shastri, if you remember, जोहानिसबर्ग हो चाहे मुंबई हो चाहे दिल्ली हो चाहे मेलबर्न हो 20 विकेट लेने हैं. That is the
uh,
thing. How are you going to win the test match if you can't take 20 wickets?
true,
You have no
true.
planning, no clear planning. You have less experienced bowlers. On top of it, you are reducing the bowling strength, and your batting is not working as well. So
Actually, that is the
it's the
problem
worst of
that we should talk about.
basically you are creating a combination of all the bad things. So
Yeah.
that is not going to help the team anyways.
Yeah, I think I
Now,
mean that's exactly the problem that we should be talking about. I mean, yes, we are talking about the bowling because it did not go our way, but we were a couple of bowlers short. I would say Nitish
huh,
Reddy is not
Nitish
your
Reddy
quality
is
bowler.
not a Nitish Reddy is like a Shane Watson. He can bowl some overs if you require that you need a change up. If you
Hmm.
want the main bowlers to rest out
At least
Mitchell
as of
Marsh
now,
or
at
Nitish
least as
Reddy,
of now, maybe in
he
the
can just
future he
bowl
will
his
improve. Yeah.
correct.
One thing though, Nitish
There,
Reddy, I think will be a more useful bowler when we travel to England because there you pitch it up and then it does something of the
things
nature.
happen.
Uh, Things happen. There, Nitish Reddy can be a very useful bowler, but in Australia
But
you
here,
need that pace and bounce.
pace and
That's
bounce,
what it
correct.
is.
That's why Hardik Pandya or someone of that type will be helpful in Australia. Here, Nitish Reddy and Jadeja bowled a combined 29 overs and they considered 141 runs. 143, in fact. 143 runs in 29 overs and one wicket with three maidens. So it's not going to help. It's not going to help the team. So even if you are strengthening the batting by bringing in 7 and 8, what is the case?
You are
How
already
are you going to?
conceding 140.
Yes, that is the problem. You are two bowlers short, and then uh, the opposition has a breather. You know that Bumrah is going to trouble us for a 35-40 minutes spell. Then after that, it's going to be an easy job. We can toy
Yeah,
around the bowling.
yeah, definitely. I mean that's the problem which we have currently. Uh, yeah, there could be a talk about maybe if we had a left arm seamer or something. But look, we should
We
not
don't
go
have a
into that
left arm
debate right
seamer.
now.
We don't have a
Left arm
left arm
seamer,
seamer. We don't
seamer.
have one.
Yeah,
We
maybe
don't
an
have
Arshdeep or
any left
somebody,
arm seamer. No, no, no.
maybe an
In
Arshdeep or
Australia,
somebody like
no
that.
one.
But let's not go into. I would say let's not go into that discussion as of now because they are not part of the squad. So why even bother about that? Let's see what we have done with what we have. We have not made best use of it. That is the problem, which should be fixed, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah. At least let's say just one thing I'm hoping for. Yeah, before we talk about the final part, let's just talk about Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, let's just tap it in a minute. Champion bowler, as always. Again, he is the
See,
one who picked up the
we are
five out
putting
of
a lot
seven
of
wickets.
load on him. We are putting a
Yeah,
lot of load on him, and he is bending his back a lot more just to get the
man,
wickets.
man.
I mean, he's bowling his
Because
heart out today. Today, in one day, he bowled 20 overs straight. Means
yeah,
20 overs in a day, which is more than enough for any fast bowler. And
and he
then
has to bowl the first spell again tomorrow. That is the problem.
we are ruining him. That is the problem.
The,
We needed
you could already
Shami
see
badly.
signs.
Yeah, in the with the second new ball, the pace was pretty down in the mid 130s, if you remember. So that is a worrying sign because given we have to play another two test matches in Sydney and Melbourne, it's not a good sign.
I'm thinking Champions Trophy. You have a Champions Trophy after this.
Yeah, but that is 2 months of rest, so I'm not,
Feb.
1 month of rest. Feb 19 or something, the Champions Trophy starts. Anyways, we'll come to it later, but at least what is in our control, we should control that. Control the controllables. But we are not doing it.
Yeah, that's the problem. But yeah, I think the silver lining of the entire thing is tomorrow morning if we are able to get those 3 wickets early. Again, we are getting
Three
whacked by the
wickets,
tail.
we
Again, we are
will
getting whacked by the
lose.
tail.
My
That's
prediction is
another
they
thing.
will score somewhat around 450, 10, 15 runs plus minus. They will score because they are going to go hard on us because they also don't want to lose time. Because in the morning, if the sun comes out early, then the bowlers also will not get the help as much. So I think they will bat for another half an hour or 45 minutes and score whatever they can, and they will declare or they will get out only. But 450 is the score I am thinking. Uh,
Yeah.
what Australia will end up at.
Yeah, which is, I mean, at this point of time, I think India will take it 450 even, which means another 45 runs for the last 3 wickets, which is not bad, I would say, considering how India used to get smashed all around for 100 runs or something for the last 3 wickets. Compared to that, this would still be a good thing. But yeah, what I am thinking is, okay, our bowlers have been taken for runs. Of course, I know the gulf between both the bowling attacks is a lot, and our batsmen will find it tougher compared to the Aussie batters. But what I'm still hoping for is our batters to stick up to the task. Our bowling has saved us so many times in the recent past. It's high time that this time our batting steps up and shows that we are here to, you know, to match what Australia did. and
See,
and it's
if
not and it's not like I'm getting emotional or throwing it out there. If you see the conditions, they're not that difficult. Just you have to, bro, you just have to just not get out of the
stick
new
around,
ball. That's it.
you have to
Stick
stick
around.
around.
And if you are saying that, look, I cannot play the new ball, I mean, what are you doing then? It's not that difficult. Yes, it is difficult, but not that difficult that it is you are unable to do it. In the ping ball, I gave a free pass to everybody, right? Because ping ball is tough. It moves around a lot. So I understand that it's very difficult and you cannot do it. But here it's not the case.
I think the onus is again on Shubman Gill. This match has to be on his shoulders from a batting point of view. He has to do the carry job this time because other batsmen, I feel, will be troubled by the bounce a bit because the way the pitch is behaving. and Hazelwood coming back, I think we are in kind of a trouble situation. So
We are definitely.
Shubman Gill, Yashashvi, these two young guns, they have to fire up for tomorrow. And if Virat Kohli comes in and scores some runs, it's a treat. If he doesn't, then also we don't have any, we can't say him anything. What will we
We
say?
can't say anything, but I
There
mean,
is
yeah,
no
I mean,
point to
what?
there because we can't. There is no point in blaming him as well. It has been like that for the past 2 3 years. So
No, but what I would expect is, man, you guys are the legends, right? Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, you guys have to do it. I mean, you cannot say. You saw how Steve Smith played today, right? He stuck. He kept sticking around. He was very vulnerable early on in the innings. Luck also went his way once or twice, but he stuck around. That's the important point. By hook or crook, you just need to stick around. And once the
he,
ball gets softer, it'll get a lot easier, man. We have seen today.
as Sunny G said today, he was on air when Smith got to his 100. He said that it was the perfect Test match 100. He did the grind. He scored 50 of 130. Then the next 50 comes in 55 balls. He did the tough part. Did the carry job today. If he would have
Yeah.
got out, then it would have been game over for Australia today. Maybe they would have crumbled under 250.
For sure, for sure. The game would have been very open. Because after that, you had what? Mitch Marsh and Alex Carey.
Uh,
We could have cracked them open, for sure.
as we
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
if Steve Smith gets his eye set, we are in for a test match batting special. And that's
Yeah,
what
we
happened.
talked about this in our preview.
Yeah.
So, and the danger man that we talked about, Travis Head and Steve Smith, both of them got 100. The third guy that we talked about was Pat Cummins. We
He
have to
will
see
come
what.
into the game. That is for
Yeah,
sure. Because
yeah,
the way the pitch is behaving, in my opinion, he is the most lethal bowler on this wicket.
definitely,
And
definitely.
I'm not sure. I don't know how they have
He can
planned
get the
to
ball
the
to
bouncer barrage.
shot off the surface.
I'm not sure how they have planned the bouncer barrage. Even if you remember in the 21 Gabba test, Pat Cummins hit Pujara 8 times on the body. Hazelwood hit him for 3 or 4. Cummins hit him 8 times on the body. That is quite a lot.
Cu-
Body blows. 12 body blows were there on Pujara. So
Cummins was bowling
that's
high
all.
140s on day 5 of the test match when the game was done. So there is no there is no rest from that guy. He's relentless and he keeps on coming to the bowlers, batters rather. So yeah, but it is what it is, man. I'm very positive that India will do a lot better with the bat this time. At least a 400. You cannot go less than 400, otherwise you'll be batted out of the game for
The
sure.
thing is, you have to bat 100 overs. No matter how much you score, you have to bat the 100 overs. Tag them out.
At least, at
Even if
least
you
100
bat
overs.
100, if you bat 100 overs, at least 300 you are going to put on with the worst kind of run rate as well.
Hmm.
Even if we bat for 100 overs, we will put on 300 somehow. And if you put on 300, they are forced to bat again because they can't give a follow on anyways. They have to bat another 50 60 overs. So at least the time is gone
Hmm.
because there is I think rain predicted on day 5 as well. Not very sure. So the thing is, if we get a chance to bat early tomorrow, we have to make sure you bat 100 overs. So we take
Hmm.
the defeat out of the equation.
This could be an interesting test match. If we are batting 100 overs, that means we are batting all the way into day 4 first session. And
Yes,
after
three
that,
and three
let's say
and a
we
half session. Three and a half
yeah,
session.
yeah. I mean
But the
that if we
problem
are
is,
batting, huh,
if we are batting 100 overs
yeah,
and
that's a
how
big
we
if.
are batting.
But I'm positive. I'm quite positive. Look, we talked about how we stacked the batting and compromised our bowling, but we took that decision. We took a conscious decision. I think that should come good, and at least like with the bat, get that 400 and justify the decision. That's what I would say. Yeah. I'm positive that we'll do that, but let's see. Let's see how it goes. I think we've covered all points. If you want to give any closing comments, or we can.
No, I am not going to make any predictions because it has been
No
it is going
predictions.
correct, but it is going correct, but I don't want to be correct anymore. I just want India to win. I don't want them to make any predictions now.
Yeah. Okay. Let me make a prediction then. I'm predicting that India will bowl out Australia for, let's say, 450.
Well, that is
That's
a
it.
very
That's
safe
the only
prediction.
prediction.
That is a very safe prediction. That is anyways going
Yes.
to happen, man. If we concede more
Bro,
than
who knows?
450, then we are bowling really bad tomorrow again.
Who knows?
Means we
Who
have to
knows?
bowl especially very bad to so that Australia propels past 450.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, we should be able to restrict them to lesser than that. But yeah, let's see. Let's hope India starts off the day well. Again, tomorrow also we only have like what, maybe 20 overs. After that, again the ball will be 40 overs old, and then again it will be easy for the batters to score. So that also something we have to keep in mind. And let's just hope India starts off well tomorrow. Yeah. So on that note, we are ending this review. Hopefully, there's some good news tomorrow. We want to do a very good review with positivity filled for India. Although right now it seems quite far off, but yeah, let's hope for the best. So see you in the next video. Up until then, hope you like our videos, and if you like them, consider subscribing to our channel and share it to your friends as well. So see you in the next video. Up until then, ciao.